What's up, my chaotic crew? Bentley Michaels here. Hey, we have a review on iTunes from Caitlandia, left January 27th, 2021. This podcast is great if you love an enthusiastic game of D&D. There's some great voice acting, amazing characters, and some players who can't seem to stop writing characters with challenging accents. Tons of fun. Thank you very much, Caitlandia. We appreciate you. If you want to get your review read, just leave one. That's it. iTunes, Spotify, whatever it is. Also, quick heads up, this episode, it's going to start with something unique. I just hit record, and we were talking about, after our last session with, Von Lungard, the most amazing druid ever. We started like leveling up our, characters and coming up with unique things for the wolf pack and blah, blah, blah. So I just hit record, and this is kind of what happened. So enjoy it, then theme music, the normal episode. Bye.
List, or you can roll not on the warlock list. That one didn't make as much sense to me.
Okay.
So the other list you can roll on is the bard list for your patron.
Oh, I'll roll on the sorcerer list because,
all right.
Yeah, Zephyrus was, born this way.
Yeah.
You Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Follower, roll me a D100, and I will tell you what it is.
Okay. Let's roll these bad boys. Let's roll the Drox.
And there's a potential for everyone to roll on the special allies table.
Ooh.
So we'll see what happens with that.
I rolled a 74.
74. Okay.
I also got a piece of pizza.
Nice.
Dope.
Cool.
You and I'll kind of send everyone some questions based on all these things. But you have rolled an elf ambassador. So
Nice.
this is not somebody that you tell what to do, but it's somebody in a position of power that you now have contact with.
This is like some Urban Shadows shit. This is
Kinda, yeah. And so we'll kind of flesh that character out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. And so yeah, that's what you get. Who wants to roll next?
I will, I guess, if no one's going to speak up.
What do I need?
D100 essentially.
Yeah, we'll do Wolf next. Give me a D100.
Okay.
And you are on the
I got
barbarian.
33.
33.
This is exciting.
Yeah. I actually turned the recording back on in case we ever wanted to use it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Fuck,
I'll have to
I got it.
look up who this is. But you have a follower titled the Beast Lord.
What?
Which is a 3rd level retainer.
What?
This is actually
Wolf
somebody
would
that
have the
can
Beast
go
Lord.
out on like missions with you, and they have simple rules to have them as a follower. So it's not a full like stat sheet. It's like when they take damage, they roll a Constitution saving throw, and they either take damage or they don't. Like it's I ran it, and it's neat. So you have the Beast Lord.
That's going to be useful for hunting down the Black Wolf.
Yeah.
Dude, that is sick.
Yeah.
Beast
And so
Lord.
We'll flesh out the character, give him a name, backstory.
Especially with your character, you're like, ha, I am the Beast
Yes.
Lord. And then you're, yes.
I command Beast Lord to hunt my enemies in the name of Cord.
I am Lord Beast Lord.
Oh, dude, I'm going to become a tyrant, bro.
Lord Beast Lord.
We'll do Ball next. Ball, give me a D100 roll. And you're actually rolling
52.
on the wizard follower list.
52.
52. I love this. This makes so much sense for Milo. Milo, you have rolled a follower. They are a carpenter.
Dope. Okay. Yeah, that totally fits.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is cool.
So you have the carpenter, and there's special rules that go along with the carpenter.
We need a lot of work on this mansion, so
It needs a lot of work. Willem has not been doing his part.
I mean, yeah, he's still with the
stricken
paperwork
with
and
griff.
stuff.
Yeah.
And aren't like your joints wood and stuff? Or
Yeah,
got wood inside.
well, yeah, they could work on me too. Yeah,
you could polish up your joints, get rid of that arthritis,
Yeah, he could polish your wood.
Riff,
Too far.
Riff, give me a D100.
Oh shit! I pulled a ret and threw that bitch right out of the tray.
I haven't dropped my dice in 3 days.
All right. I'm just gonna re-roll it because I don't know what the fuck that was.
My rules are if it goes on the floor, it doesn't count.
Okay, cool. So then it's a 31.
31. Okay, I gotta figure out who this is, but it is an alienist.
Oh.
An alienist.
Like,
I don't know what they are, but
That's
they are
like-
a 5th level
Like an-
retainer. So
That's
they
like a
have-
mentalist type thing, right?
Is it like an immigrant?
That's what I was thinking.
It might be.
Do we need to build a wall?
You've got a wall around the chateau.
yeah.
What is an alienist? Do you guys know?
That's
like,
when Vondel
psychiatrist.
shows up and throws up wind wall. He's like, "Fuck
Yeah.
these people."
An alienist
no, it just
is a
won't.
psychiatrist, according to Webster's.
Oh, your character has. Your
No,
I disappear
Child-
once a week to lay on the couch. All right, so here's the thing. This is all the stuff I couldn't say in front of him.
You could
I'm
almost
11.
You could almost view it more like like a mentalist too. They could be like a fortune teller type.
Why don't we
like
let
they
Alex
read
explain
you-
what it actually is?
I'm looking it up. Keep theory crafting.
My initial thought with the alienist, I was like, okay, so it's an alien from a different world, but they're royalty, like that, like a princess, like an alien princess, an alienist.
Yeah, that's kind of my first thought.
But
too.
also, again, I'm high as shit. So what's going on?
It
what's
made me
going
think
on,
of the
guys?
show The Alienist.
The alienist.
Right? Yeah. That's like the show that I see so many previews for and have
don't
no
know
idea
anything about it.
what
Yeah.
it's about, and
Same
I don't care. to
And it
find
runs
out.
for 8 years.
Yeah.
Dude, it's on forever. It's still on, and you're like, "What is this show?"
Okay. So it's like a warlock of
Okay.
like eldritch knowledge.
Perfect.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. I've actually got some ideas for that one as well. So
Yeah, I've got a couple
flesh that out
percolating.
a little bit more. But so they have like eldritch blasts and detect thoughts and
Yeah.
Sweet.
I just need to put it on recording so I remember, but we used to talk about like early on, like how like, you know, certain people, like they teach like the way of the shadows like differently, so they could be like it's a warlock or a different type of arcane user. So it's like
yeah.
it's
Oh, there
like
you go.
their
This could
approach
be-
to certain things, which is why like some spells sort of like meld over and that sort of thing, you know,
Yeah.
in between different, you know, types
Yeah.
of magic. But it's like it's their approach to like, you know, so I don't know, maybe this motherfucker that I meet is a shadow
I
type
like
person.
the idea
You know
of
what I mean?
tying it
Okay.
into the school. That's gonna be perfect. Scory, give me a D100.
D100.
Ooh, hey, the fucking D100 over here.
Here we go.
I can roll some dice, dude.
With the Andrew Dice Clay in the background too. It just fits so perfectly.
He started with The Office, though, didn't he?
Oh, guys.
What?
Dice.
What?
One or 100?
Guys, come on.
69.
Hey, fucking dice!
How's your mother?
Hey, it's your mother.
So this one is an elf ambassador as well.
Oh.
If you'd like a different, like kind of like a different, where would you want an ambassador from? I guess is my question.
Or you could just roll again.
I don't know.
I don't-
69 is pretty good though.
Yeah, 69 is pretty awesome. But
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't think
It could be difficult.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Well, there's the elvish people in the woods, right?
What
That are
else?
part
Cool.
of the Accords
Yeah.
or whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe there's like a different elvish nation because we fought those people in the arena, but maybe there's like a different elvish nation, or maybe it does. Maybe they're not ambassador of an elvish nation. Maybe they're an ambassador of.
An ambassador may be too narrow of a word. It's somebody that has connections, you know,
Right.
Well,
somebody
I-
who can speak on behalf of
Dark
an
elf, maybe?
organization.
Your character is Scory, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and you kind of like served on ships, so maybe he was an ambassador for like a pirate company or a
Or
merchant company or something
He's
like that.
a ghost ambassador
Ghost Pirate?
because
We're
Scory
getting
talks
into
with ghosts and
Urban
ancestors.
Shadows real hard now.
yeah, it's an ambassador from the afterlife.
Yeah, like somebody who can like communicate or something
Oh.
like with energies, spirits,
Oh
ancestors.
yeah, I forgot about the tarot cards.
Yeah,
a visitation.
he-
I can get visitations or
Yeah, because Scory
Communicate.
does the whole commune thing with the ghosts and
An
stuff in the
ambassador
afterlife.
of the ancestors.
And maybe this person manifests like a Yoda ghost and is like, oh, hello again.
no.
No.
Well,
We'll find something. We'll find
Yeah.
something for you.
I like that idea.
Scory's slowly
if
just
you'll go
becoming
that route.
Scrooge, though.
Yeah.
He's
Oh
just
yeah.
got these
We'll
ghosts visiting
find
him.
something neat for you.
or he's an elf, shapeshifted into a squirrel, can't get out, so he's ambassador of squirrels, but he is an elf.
Now we're getting to Magic the Gathering. So those will be followers that you have. The stronghold bit, that I've kind of picked pieces of. I don't want to use the entire rule set of that because it does get a little complicated.
Okay.
But you will all get access to some of the features from it. So Ball, I will send you some information about researching new magic spells or potentially augmenting a school of magic. Scory, you will have access to a druid circle of your own, which has spells that you can cast from it that are tied to the seasons and the year.
Yeah.
Sick.
I'll send you that. That one's
Cool.
That one's really cool.
Scory's always like, "Come fight me at my circle, bro," and like, no one knows why.
Step up.
Speaking of Wolf, can you actually roll 3 more times for me?
Ooh.
3 more D100s?
Yes. You have another.
Oh, yes.
Nothing better than rolling.
So much beast mastery.
Beast Lord.
That's 13, 19, and 36.
1936.
No high rolls.
So you're going to have, it's called a green medium infantry, another green medium infantry, and a regular medium infantry. They've got some stats to it, but that's going to be 3 people that you've brought on as soldiers, people that are you're going to train from your keep is the stronghold that you are using.
Okay.
Cord's
Sick.
army.
Fits so well to the character. That's awesome.
He's got 4 fighters now, basically.
Yeah.
Which is what he was trying to do before anyway. Remember, he was like teaching Strix how to fight. And
Yeah.
Yeah, he's growing his own like clan.
This is dope. I'm jealous.
Sick.
And then so the other ones that I have, because there's only like 4 strongholds, and so there's going to be some overlap. Because both it's Riff and Zephyrus, you can either have access to the same thing that Ball's going to have access to, which is the magic. It's magic research and augmenting a school of magic to be better for you, or gathering intel, which is a way to gather information about organizations, things like that.
Yeah. That sounds
I'm
much more like Zephyrus.
I'm definitely switching magic up.
Magic.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
So gather intel is going to be for Zephyrus, and then I'll send you the same thing I send to Ball, Riff. You'll
Okay.
And in essence, each of these is going to be a place in the stronghold. So the library and the magical laboratory are going to act as one for magic research and magic production. Adrian is going to be the contact for the gathering intel.
Sweet.
The druid circle, Scory, you did work on in the backyard to set up, and the fighting arena will be on the front yard. That you guys have. And so I'll send you more information about this.
Like,
we won't have to do this kind of housekeeping for the next session. So
I think Riff's idea, like after the sort of fight that we had during the finale, and then like, you know, the bomb dropped on me by my quote unquote uncle in my solo bolo was makes me want to like double down on my quest for magic, and even if it's not the thing that I thought was going to be like, you know, the thing my uncle was going after and that sort of stuff, like now it's like a quest to be what I've just been talking trash about like all of last season, which is the best shadow monk. And like I just want to like figure out different ways of doing stuff and sort of Bruce Lee it, like, I got my ass kicked by those dwarves, so it's like I want to like do stuff to like be able to like react better and move differently, and I don't know. We can talk about it more later, but I'm excited.
The magic research is really interesting. It kind of takes the idea of like named spells, so like Melf's Acid Arrow, and it lets you as a player do that. Melf's Acid Arrow.
Sorry.
Who is a male elf, Gygax's son. But you can name a spell and you can add an effect to it, and it is your spell.
Oh, cool.
So Riff's Acid Arrow.
Send Riff and Ball that information, because that stuff's pretty neat.
That's totally Ball. That's really cool.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
Welcome to Chaotic Amateurs, the internet's #1 D&D 5e play podcast. I'm your host and DM, Alex. To my right, I have
Dash is Thrakis Wolfsbane.
Bentley is Referia Nightmeadow.
Rhett as Arthur Magnus.
Caleb as Scory Telbrun.
And Milo is Ball.
And last we left our adventurers, they had just had quite a night at the Chateau de Magnus. A mess of things happened, and we are going to get right to it. Let the adventure begin.
I don't have anything to crack. I feel... Ugh. Hear me slurp coffee.
Oh, it's good stuff. So, last we left everyone, this was the night of the fight with the Aboleth, the night of the chess game between Eben and Adrian, where you all discovered a secret about Adrian, that he was in fact the copper dragon that once lived here at the chateau. Gaston is left. You have an unconscious Chimala and an unconscious Drow somewhere in the house. Adrian has let it be known that he wants to gather everyone the following day to have a meal and to go over things that he needs to address because of this secret that has been made public about him. It's been a long day for everyone. I assume that everyone prepares for the night, goes to bed, make sure to keep watch outside if you feel that there may be other dangers approaching. But if there's anything specifically you want to do before we get to the next day, let me know now.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, I'll take like a first watch.
For sure. Yeah, you guys are going to keep watches. You still have the one-eyed Kenku abominations that are keeping watch on the roof.
Oh, cool.
And so yeah, definitely you're gonna keep an eye out for anything else that might come to cause any amount of chaos on this already chaotic night.
And that's all I wanted to do.
Cool.
So I definitely want to get Chamala and Agnog situated, make sure that they're inside in a room, hopefully comfortable enough. If anybody wants to help me with that, I would appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'll help.
Yeah,
Okay.
easy enough to get them situated. They both seem to be suffering from the effects of the cursed dagger that was used to remove Agnog from the Aboleth. You see these kind of dark veins that are just kind of pulsing ever so often as a sign of some sort of consequence from using that dagger.
Like varicose veins?
Yeah. But a bit more magical. They do seem to have an unnatural glow just underneath the skin.
glowing varicose veins.
Yeah.
I want to ask around and see if anyone has any kind of restoration or any kind of healing that they can maybe apply to them.
Who are you asking? Who are you trying to find this from?
Just within our group.
Maybe
Gregory
I have
too.
cure wounds. I can do.
Yeah.
I don't know that it'll help their particular blight, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
Sure, and yeah, as you're kind of setting them up in their beds, making sure that they're comfortable, you cast Cure Wounds. You're able to heal some of the damage that Jamali has taken and Agnog has taken. They definitely seem comfortable. You just see that there's some sort of long lasting effect to using that dagger.
Okay. Am I level 5 now, or will I be in a few?
You will be in the coming weeks. Yeah,
because I do get lesser restoration, so I want to try that on them too. Eventually,
I cast minor illusion to make it look like they're healed.
Perfect. Oh,
Nice.
they are looking. One of them at least is looking very good.
I was less worried.
Yeah. Anything else before the night wraps up?
Do you need to talk to Strummer?
Yeah, and I'll kind of act in lieu of Strummer at this point, going forward.
So, hey, buddy. I got a voice for Ball. I forgot.
That's right. Everyone remember your voices.
Oi, buddy. About that dagger I gave you.
And he just gives you, like, as you talk to him, he just gives you a wink, a knowing wink.
I think we're on the same page now. That's all I needed to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Good work here.
He lets you know, that he is going to partake in this mission. He's already, putting a plan together. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Paul just wants to make sure that's rolling.
Yep. Oh yeah. All right.
I'd probably do some sort of nighttime ritual, casting runes and trying to commune with the ancestors, but to no effect really as far as game goes.
Yeah. You're doing your definitely doing your nightly rituals, trying to find some amount of peace after this has all happened.
Yeah.
But you all kind of settle into bed. Adrian does take the master bedroom for the night. He's going to sleep here. Willem does offer you his room, Arthur, to stay in for the night.
Sure.
And in doing that, when he's able to get a kind of private moment with you, he just you see this weight kind of come off of him that he's been holding for a long time. And he's kind of looking down and looks up at you and says, I'm so glad you're back. I didn't know what to do. I spoke with Adrian. He wanted to help, and I'm sorry if this has made things more difficult for you, but I wanted to make sure that we brought you back.
And before he can finish his idea, I just throw my arms around him, and I give him a big hug, and I say, "Well, Willem, you've not to worry about, my dear friend. I am relieved to be back on this side of the veil. Rest assured, any complications that arise are not your fault."
And you see him, you see tears kind of welling up in his eyes. He hugs you back and says, "Oh, good." I didn't think the blue suited you really that well. Anyways, this is it's a good look.
Well, it'll make finding matching outfits a little easier. That's for certain.
That's right. I mean, like they say, if you wear all black, you can't go wrong.
I am going to miss my hair a little bit, though.
You are a bit of a cue ball now, huh? And he kind of laughs it off, and he gets ready for bed, and he takes a well-deserved sleep for the night. And you guys bed down. You keep watch. Nothing seems to be assaulting or interested in the chateau tonight. Ever so often, in the woods, you do hear the faint howl of a wolf that just kind of echoes through the chateau. Not like it's a howl that comes from a place, but a howl that is coming through and passing through this place. The light echoes in the hallways, even. Not threatening, but just knowing that it's there.
Do I recognize it at all?
I mean, it sounds similar to the howls you've heard when interacting with the Black Wolf.
Cool.
Not howls specifically to wild animals that you've heard before.
And is there any sort of message that I can discern?
Give me an insight check. As you're kind of doing your rituals and you hear this, you take a moment to just kind of think on the sound itself.
13.
13. You just get this sense of reassurance, just that whatever spirits are out there, are keeping close, and that brings you an amount of comfort.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the night goes on uneventfully, and you wake up the next morning. The skies are a little cloudy. You begin your morning rituals, casting runes, training, punching, You do notice that when you wake up, there are a number of spectral humanoid figures in the house, just going about doing tasks like cleaning and
like ghosts.
Almost, almost like ghosts. They're kind of wispy looking. You can pass through them, but they seem to be completing just menial tasks around the house.
Does this not freak us out?
It depends. I would say that you you wake up to do your training, and as you come down the stairs, you see kind of a couple of them go into the the main dining hall towards the kitchen area.
Go ahead and cast Detect Magic near them.
Yeah, they offer a fair amount of magical essence from them as you look at them.
Before coming down and seeing all this, I would do my rune casting.
Yeah. Let's get that going.
That thing. And I'm actually going to use the rune thing in the Discord because I forgot my stuff in the other room.
Nice.
You fool.
I know. So let's see here. I'm just going to type in the name of the person this is going to be for.
Hurry up. I want to see it.
Give me results now.
Yeah. The spirits don't work that fast.
What kind of magic is it that I detect from those spirits?
That's a good question. Let me take a look.
I figured it would.
Can I attempt to grab one?
When you do it, you pass right through it.
Oh, what is this magic? Is this bad? Are these evil spirits? Does anyone know? I'm freaking out right now.
Conjuration is the school of magic that you detect from it. And Wolf, as you say that, you hear a voice coming from above the stairs that lead down to the main hall where you are now. And it's Adrian. He says, "Oh, don't worry about them. I've brought them along to just clean up this mess."
Okay, they're friendly then.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe. They do what I tell them. That's all I need to know about them.
All right. As long as you're in control, then I won't have to, kill them.
That's right. Yeah, no worries. In speaking of killing, please, we should sit down later. I need to understand your family history, your clan, to make sure that I build this song properly.
Of course. I I don't know how deep into it you want to get. That is a lot of baggage to unpack. But if you want to do that, man, I mean...
Don't worry. We will make you and your family proud.
Okay,
and he
good.
makes his way to the kitchen, starts kind of giving orders to these spectral spirits.
And then Thrakus wants to see if he can get one of the ghosts to like polish his axe for him.
How do you do that?
Excuse me, spectral maid. Perhaps you could put a good spit shine on this, or an ectoplasm shine. I'm not quite sure how your kind works, but if you could possibly shine this for me, I would be very grateful.
You grab the attention of one of them, and it kind of stops there. No face on these things. It's just kind of the silhouette of the human form underneath, and it stops. It's in front of you. It waits for a second, and as kind of Adrian is passing by, going to the kitchen, he kind of just nods at it, and it holds out its hands for the axe and takes it to the arbory to hopefully get spit shined.
Right. Thank you. And just bring it back to my room. Just, okay. It's gone. All right. Guess I'll make the rounds.
I want to go ahead and take some notes, playing with my little vase and stuff, trying to understand this kind of spell and how it's cast and things like that, using my detect magic and my researching ability.
For your jar?
The new ability that I got, where I can learn spells and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, using that, kind of once these changes are going to take place, you'll utilize the library and the laboratory upstairs to kind of research different spell components and the school of magic that you're going to focus on as well. So yeah, you kind of go up to the library and you start pulling out the things needed for research, and begin doing that as kind of a part of your morning ritual.
Let's get that started.
As the day kind of bleeds on into the later morning, Adrian begins just letting everyone know that breakfast is going to be ready soon, and that everyone needs to be there.
I got a result. For whatever reason, the Discord bot wasn't working for me. So it looks like we got a favorable winds here, and it's directed towards Arthur. And he gains a luck point and can re-roll an ability check, saving throw, or attack roll, and take either result. Good for the day.
For the day? Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Favorable winds on this new day.
Yes.
I'm gonna need it.
Yeah.
And I'd like to I while I was doing that, I was missing a lot of the dialogue. I heard somebody talk about spit shining something. Can I examine these spectral forms if they're still lurking?
Yeah, as you're kind of taking a look at them, you overhear the conversation between Wolf and Adrian, that Adrian has summoned these things to help out with some menial tasks.
Cool.
They look, I mean, their look to you is not like spirits you'd find out in the wild, things that you've interacted with. They are conjured, things to be made to look human and made to do human tasks.
Cool. And I would, knowing that breakfast is coming soon, I wouldn't go too far out. I wouldn't venture too far from the chateau, but I would want to just kind of survey the property as far as I can, looking for any large predator tracks or anything like that, any sort of natural threats that maybe I should try to take care of.
Yeah, give me a survival check as you kind of make your rounds around the property.
17.
You definitely notice the tracks from the fight last night. The different, there's a fair amount of kind of muddy patches where some combat had taken place. Looking for tracks beyond that, you don't notice anything else. Nobody else has been here recently that you can tell. There's definitely animal tracks, like there are deer and raccoons, but no wolf tracks at all.
Okay. And no other baddies, predators.
No other people, and just
cool
prey animals.
Cool.
Tracks.
Right on.
All right.
Breakfast time.
Is everyone ready for breakfast?
Yeah. Yes, I'm starving.
Oh, good. And you see just trays of food are being brought out. Pancakes stacked high, fruits cut up, and dried meats, aged cheeses. It's a mix of breakfast, dinner, and dessert, all at the same time, and it is laid out on the dining table. Adrian kind of takes the head of the table and says, "Come, sit down, eat. We have much to discuss."
I'll say.
Did that Spectre bring my axe back, or is it still being polished?
Let me see.
Still being polished.
That dice left me.
It's like these ghosts are like our recruits or our pledges or whatever in our frat house.
Yeah, we're hazing them.
Yeah. You there, recruit. Polish my axe.
Polish my axe.
I actually thought when you gave it to him, like you were going to let it go and it was going to fall through his hands.
It's just going to fall through his hands. Yeah, that would have been funny.
After a couple of hours, the Spectre does bring your axe back. Looks like it's been, properly cared for.
Oh, this is nice. And then I put it on my back and I try and flip a coin to the Spectre, and it just goes through his face.
Absolutely, yeah. Doesn't even try and catch it. It goes right through him. Just falls.
It's used to people doing that.
Yeah, but I don't even notice. I flicked it and I looked away. There's just a coin.
And so it heads over. That Spectre heads over to the kitchen and brings out food as well. And after a moment, you can't even tell which one that was anymore. Yeah.
I eat fruit.
The fruit's tasty. It is from not around here.
Ooh,
which is neat. And
it
is fresh, which is interesting to get exotic fresh fruit that quickly.
Impressive.
Someone's using that teleportation circle.
Adrian looks around. It's your group. Willem is there, and gosh, I'm trying to remember who else is in this house.
Strix?
There's a lot of people.
Strix is there for sure.
It's a
Chala
full house.
Yeah. Chamala is still resting. Agnog is still resting.
Are my bird friends still like up on the roof being our lookouts?
Yeah, Gray and Strummer are kind of keeping watch on them and talking with Chamala, who's communicating with them somewhat. He's still kind of recovering, but they're off on their own as well.
Cool.
I was trying to remember what happened to Gregory and the other scholars. Did they die, or did they leave, or are they still here?
Gregory left almost immediately.
Okay.
And his assistant, you're not sure what happened to them.
Okay.
Gaston left. Eben definitely left.
Eben left.
But Willem and Strix are the two that are at least here having a meal with you.
How is Strix looking? In terms of cursed dagger and all that.
No, he's looking pretty good. He hasn't had a hold of the dagger in a while. He hasn't tried to grab it from where he thinks it is. He seems pretty upbeat.
The detox worked.
Yeah. He's kind of comes in. He's like, "Oh wow, there's a lot of food. Thanks, guys." And
I hand him a plate.
Away.
Yeah, I hand him a plate so he can load up.
He kind of tries to, no, not food, and starts putting things on it. It's like, I got it. No worries.
After breakfast, can I try and retrace my steps from my dream sequence through the
after breakfast.
Crumbled down ruin.
Mm-hmm. Adrian, though, kind of as you guys are getting through breakfast and feeling pretty full and comfortable, he looks to you all and says, "Well, we had a interesting night last night. Things seemed to go your way. I think you are all happy with the outcomes. Arthur, Zephyrus, Magnus, you seem to look bountiful of spirit, much less than you did before.
I'm glad you left my skin color out of it here, Adrian.
I think it suits you well. Stay hidden in the shadows. It seems you might be able to do that well now. And specifically, it seems that the transfers worked. You are now my willing thrall, are you not?"
I'm not sure I like the word thrall very much.
Oh, no, me neither. But that's what all the books really call you people, isn't it? A partner is what you are. A partner is what you all are. Because, you see,
sounds a lot better, yeah.
I've made made myself a deal with our good friend Eben, and he lost that deal. Wager, that's what it is, a wager. I made a wager with Eben, and it seems he has lost. He has transferred your bargain, your contract over to me, and you now feel the presence of my powers within you, young Arthur?
Well, yes, I am just bursting at the seams with your
presence.
Arctic inspiration.
You are not the first and you are not the last. Do not worry. Now, many patrons require things from their partners. And, of course, our deal will be similar, but I am not here for you to do my bidding. I do my bidding as best I can, and you do yours. The only thing I require from you and your cohorts, as he kind of looks around the table, is your silence on one particular matter.
Your scaliness?
Yes. I believe our first meeting did not go over the best. I was a bit upset with your genie friend. We've dealt with that now, and I think we can all come to an agreement. You see, my ability to be Adrian, and especially be Adrian in the city of Turalin, in the nation of Usama, that does not allow things from the outside, such as dragons, is protected by that secret. As long as you keep that to yourselves, and do not allow other people to know that I am truly a magnificent and powerful dragon, then I can maintain the facade and play my songs and woo my audiences and receive the praise I so justly deserve. And I do not want that taken away. And if it is, well, I will become very upset. And that wrath will, first and foremost, come to you, Arthur. You are the one I have most direct control of. But if any of you, and he starts to get a little serious and looks at each of you for a moment, Willem, Strix, Riff, Scory, Ball, Wolf. If any of you reveal my secret, I will kill you. Not quickly, slowly. Slowly like I'll kill Eben. Over a long period of time.
Adrian,
sorry,
I appreciate...
I worked up there for a second.
Despite my peek behind the curtain, I still have a flair for the dramatic, and I applaud your theatrics here. I have kept secrets far more dangerous and far bigger than that of your true nature. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Well, good. So that is what I wanted to hear. And you speak for everyone? And he looks around the table.
Well, absolutely. They live under my.
I prefer to hear it from each of them themselves.
Wolf stands up and he kind of has his axe to his chest and he says, I promise you, Adrian, we will not tell anyone that you are actually a dragon. It will never let slip that you, Adrian, are in fact actually a dragon. No one will ever know that you, Adrian, are a dragon. I will not tell anyone. That's
powerful and exquisite dragon.
Yes, no one will know you are Adrian, a powerful, exquisite dragon. I will never let that slip, ever.
These
you have my
lips are
word.
sealed.
Perfect. It is so good to hear that, Wolf. I will sing your praises with more jubilance than I once was before.
On my chucks, I'll what he said about the dragon stuff.
On your chucks, even, young Riff. Well, okay, I'll believe that. Ball?
I think it's fair enough to just forget entirely that you are what you said you were, and I'm fine with that. As long as we keep up the arrangement that you're not going to imprison my friend like Eben did.
No, like I said, the only thing I require from our agreement, Arthur, is the silence of you and your cohorts. Seer, how about you?
Yeah, I can get on board with that.
Good.
Oh, another boat reference.
We it wasn't intentional.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'm okay with it.
I know my good friend Willem here, and he kind of nods at Willem, is on the up and up. And what of you, small scaly friend? Do you wish to worship me? Do you wish to worship the dragon that I am? Are you wanting to tell everyone about me? And Strix kind of like looks at everyone. Oh, you're a dragon? You don't look like one.
He's
But
stupid.
I won't
Nice.
tell anyone that you're a dragon. He says, okay, that works. Why do you keep him around?
That's a good question.
I have no idea.
Strix ribs.
That's a great question.
I've
I
rather
think we,
taken to him.
I feel like at this point it might be pity more than anything.
I know the feeling well. Well, now that we have that out of the way, something I've been working on with the young lady and lord of town. You all seem to do some good work, some fine sword fighting and maiming of individuals, and so I believe I can be an asset to you in your noble pursuits, Arthur. This place should be what it once was, a place to train, a place to take young minds and young bodies and forge them into weapons that can fight off the enemies of the great nation of Usama. And so I've made some inroads. I've talked to some people and greased some palms, and you will all be making a fair profit as long as we can get the right people here and the right contracts our way. And in doing so, I will be able to act as an ambassador for you, for the great people of Turalin, and I will be able to sit with the nobles and the lords and tell their stories and sing their songs and do business only the way a noble can. So, I've put a plan together. I have a few things for you to do. Willem will take care of all of the bureaucratic parts of it. But this is going to be a great endeavor. Your first contract is out in the wastes, it seems. A lot to do down there, a lot of people interested, and you all have the key to the castle. So, let's capitalize on this, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, why not, I guess. You know, I mean, already died once.
That's the spirit. You only live twice.
So you say your goal is to be well known and spread words about others and trade. Is that all you have planned, or is there something else running through your mind?
You see, Ball, we come from different worlds. My goals... You may have heard that dragons have hoards, that they collect treasure and trinkets and baubles. And most of them do, and they hide them away, and they sleep on them, how uncomfortable that must be. I am more interested in things beyond that. I want to be... I want to be the center of attention, because that's what I deserve. And the nobles exude such disdain for others that if you can be the center of their world, then you have ultimate power.
So while some dragons collect golden chalices, you collect people.
Reputation.
Secrets?
Secrets. Oh, secrets are very good. If you have a secret on someone, they are yours.
What do you intend to do with this?
Like how we know that you're a dragon.
Yes, but you see, you have that over me, and I have your lives over you. So I think that we are, like I said, partners. Yes.
Once you have this power, though, what do you plan on doing with it besides basking in the glow of admiration?
Now, you've said it so well, Ball. I will bask.
Fair enough. Okay.
So pretty much you just want like everyone to like you and like, you know their secrets and like be like the cool guy. And then because of that, we get to open up kind of like a kick-assery school and then make money and like do cool stuff.
Yes, I could have said it better myself, but I love the explanation. That's exactly what I want.
Perfect. Now we're all on the same page.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do some insight. Give myself guidance too.
I'd like to do the same.
Okay, cool. And I will also ask, did any of you lie when you said that you would not reveal his secret?
No.
No.
I've got no
Score,
reason
you lied?
to.
Okay, then give me a deception check.
Oh, fuck.
'cause he is
Of
going
course
to give you an
he
insight
lied.
check.
Oh, lordy.
Oh, good.
9 minus 1.
9 minus 1. Nice.
Turns into a dragon to bite you in half.
Scoring.
That'd be hilarious.
And for the insight, I have a 13 total.
Cool. And what are you trying to define? And Ball, you go ahead and roll 2.
Yeah, 5.
5. Okay.
Cool. I've never met anyone more narcissistic than this dragon.
Really?
No.
In this, well, maybe Zephyrus, yeah. And so there's got to be some sort of other motive than just self-praise.
Yeah. Through the course of the meal, and what he's talking about, you believe that that's all he wants. That is the extent of his goals.
Okay.
Yeah. And same Ball. You know everything he says. You want to believe it. Like you have to struggle to not want to believe it. You're fairly analytical minded, and so you can do that, but you can feel that you're like, I just want to believe this guy.
Can I roll insight?
Absolutely, yeah.
This is 10, so I probably just believe the same.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, he seems like a believable and trustworthy dragon bard.
Cool. Okay.
Well,
I'm convinced.
Did you all have any questions for me? I will be making some arrangements. I'll be in and out of the chateau if you need to get a hold of me, but I'm here. I'm yours. Ask me any questions you'd like.
Adrian, I have a couple quick questions for you. Had I not returned from the abyssal or tempestuous plane when I was behind death's curtain,
Yes.
would your bargain with Eben have been successful?
Well, my bargain with Eben was balanced on the fact that you were beyond our universe and your body was here. My deal was that I would take contract over your soul. I'm actually not sure how your soul found its way back here so quickly. I thought we were going to have to travel to the abyss.
It is that very topic I'd like to bend your ear for a moment. See,
Yes.
it sounds to me like perhaps a debt is due. Not to me, mind you, but rather a friend that I met in that said abyssal plane in the heart of a great storm, the Grey Aurora. His name was Canthorn, a wizarding type.
And Thorn.
And without his help, I may never have returned, and thus provoking you to labor yourself to retrieve my soul.
So you're saying that your friend Canthorn saved me a trip to the abyssal plane?
Yes, I am. And
Well, that does deserve at least something, perhaps a song.
I was thinking perhaps we could trade a trip for a trip and, I don't know, arrange with your great and powerful magics or your friends or whatever to retrieve his soul.
Perhaps. You discover how, or at least where this Canthorn is in the abyss.
Yes?
Maybe some more information about him. That would be useful. If there's some sort of trinket of his left on this plane, that would be very helpful. And I can send you, perhaps, to him. I think that would be a debt paid.
I'd be most obliged. So we need a trinket of Canthorns.
Yes.
And what else? Is that just it? That's all?
A trinket of Canthorns, and I mean, the more information you have on this gray creature and where they are in the abyss is fairly large.
It's like an abyss.
Yes, I
Yes,
spent
yes.
some time there.
Speaking of that, how was your time there? What
Mr.
did
Ball,
you see? What did you learn?
It was rather destitute. It was rather barren. I fell for some time. I may have lost consciousness. Days turned into weeks. I know not. And when I came to, it was as though I was on the surface of some great deserted planet surrounded by a powerful and dark storm, being I've come to know as the Grey Aurora. One whose involvement directly influenced the circumstance of my birth. But beyond that, I do not know. I walked for a time, encountered some bizarre creature that put things in a backpack, and I managed to become friends with it like I do everybody I meet in my travels. And he took me to a tower where I met a wizard who had been there for some time, named Canthorn. And Canthorn showed me a few knickknacks, like a thing that apparently, I don't know, like made plants grow and stuff. There weren't very many plants there, if at all. I don't recall seeing not a one.
So is this that person that you want to meet with and bring here? Same person?
I would not have been able to escape had it not been for his hospitality and his help. He took me to some sort of, I don't know, portal or some such, living color, just spiraling, orbiting, all whimsical like, in another tower. And it was through that portal that I was able to escape, and my soul awoke in this plane, I guess, and I was talking to my cousin. Thought he was dead. That was kind of weird. And then we watched the chess game there, or something. I don't remember.
Well, that raises a few questions for me.
Why did this gentleman not transport himself?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly how I got through the portal myself, and he seems rather risk averse. It took a rather mighty feat of persuasion to convince him to even leave the protection of his home to begin with. And when we found the portal, he became obsessed with taking notes and measurements, and
as anyone would.
Yeah.
It made me think of you, Ball, actually. I was rather impressed.
Does he know that it was successful? Or does he just know that you're no longer there?
Yeah, I have no idea what he knows. I could still be standing there for all I know. You know?
Did you get the impression that he even wanted to leave?
I did get the impression he wanted to leave. Now, he told me that all he had to do, or rather we talked about submitting our minds and our bodies to the Grey Aurora, which, no problem for me. I like living. But for him, rather, he could not leave until he took the bargain, and that was one he was unwilling to accept.
Do you know what brought him into that plane?
No, I do not believe that ever came up.
You said he had these towers that had a lot of trinkets in them, right?
I imagine it was his decades of collecting things.
Do you think maybe he has a similar tower here on our plane that might contain some of these trinkets of his? Maybe we can use that to tether ourselves to him in some way.
I would imagine so. When I mentioned it to my cousin, he made it sound like he might remember who Canthorn is. He said the name ringed a bell. Perhaps there was something in the family's ledger or something somewhere.
Who is your cousin?
The one that talks like me?
Gaston?
Gaston.
Okay. That's interesting to me because, while you were gone and we had to fight that aboleth, I had a dream. I guess it was a dream. I felt things in it, though, which was kind of weird. But I met, I guess it would be your Uncle Byrne, and I was like his servant almost, his bodyguard, while he was going to visit some really evil people, some vampires. And he's actually the one who ended up needing to bring the aboleth to this place. And that's also how I found out about the man that was living inside the aboleth, the man upstairs that I brought in. It was a really unusual place. There were flying ships, and it was all dark. I don't even know how to really describe it. There was a big pit, and I don't know. It was so real, but so not real at the same time. I couldn't do things. I couldn't stop him. I didn't want to bring the aboleth back at all, but I wasn't able to stop that from happening. I don't know if it's useful or anything. I feel like I understand how to get to our portal here in the mansion now. I just need 3 items and a passphrase. Does this make any sense to anyone?
It does remind me that when I came through the portal, Gaston told me that I was in his dream, and that he thought I was just a vestige of his dream.
In this place, too, I felt, I guess I could describe it as anger and pain. Anger mixed with pain. Whenever I tried to do anything violent. I just was overcome with discomfort in my mind and in my body, and I really didn't like it. It kind of reminded me of what you feel, Wolf, I guess, when you go into battle and you just have to kill things.
Yes, what you're describing, the pain and anger, I call it panger. It's what I get when I feel it overcoming all of me. It is fun if you embrace it, but sometimes you can get in trouble.
I felt lost in it, and I had to explore it, but I don't want to feel it again, honestly.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, no, I totally get that, yeah.
So perhaps... Wait, perhaps we can, I don't know, find a ledger or talk to somebody. It's possible if Gaston might have remembered Canthorn. I don't know how long ago Canthorn was last here. He made it sound like he was... I mean, there's no time where I was. Like I said, it could have been days, it could have been weeks or months.
Alex, does Scory spent some time in his dream state as Agnes Magnus. Did, in that kind of property, did she recall that name Camthorn that Scory would now maybe
No,
have?
it never came up in that dream.
Okay.
I'm wondering if this chaos tower in the wastes could be connected to him, and if it could contain maybe something that we could bring him back, maybe?
It's a possibility, Mr. Ball. And one other thing to consider is that he seemed like a rather academic type. Perhaps somebody at your school might recognize the name.
Oh, I could certainly pass it around.
Anyways, it does not have to consume our every waking moment. I have asked our new master here, Adrian, about it. And hopefully...
Oh, I fell asleep there. You were all talking about nonsense.
all right, no reason
what's
to
happening?
Be mean.
Well, anyways, yes. If you need something, please let me know. I'll be, like I said, in and out. This Camthorn, like I said, find out information about him if you can.
Oh, yeah, I will.
I can repay a debt. I will see you all in a couple of days. I have some matters to attend to in town. Here. And he puts a small little stone on the table. Use that if you do need to get a hold of me.
Nice.
And
I'll grab it.
I would say thank you all for not mentioning it yet. The answer is no, but you haven't asked. You cannot ride on me as a dragon. I would eat you before that happened.
Oh man, that was...
I know you were thinking it.
I wanted to do that, yeah.
I understand. Thank you for not bringing it up. I just wanted to say.
Well, what if I rode you as you were a dragon, and then you could ride me as a man on my back? Piggyback. You know,
Well-
I have big shoulders, and I run very fast. It's pretty fun.
Wolf, it's not your shoulders I'd be interested in.
Oh.
Okay.
and he kind of gets up and gives you a sly wink as he leaves the chateau.
Now that's a party I can get behind, Mr. Wolf.
I am now wrestling with new feelings.
Thrakus just like puts his food down, just stands up, and just goes for a little walk around the chateau.
Yeah.
Be in my bunk.
In my bunk, that's right. So yeah. Adrian kind of heads off. You enjoy your meal. After about an hour or so, the food will disappear. The spectral servants also disappear after that amount of time. And you notice that they have cleaned the place up. It is not dusty anymore. It is,
Nice.
all the things are put away. The drawers are in place. They haven't fixed the hole in the floor, but there's no dust on it. And even outside, you see some of the garden has been trimmed, not extensively, but at least, maintained a little bit more than it was. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Before Adrian leaves, I want to ask him if he wants company going into town. I have some things I need to do. I just need to check on Gamal and Agnog before I leave and make sure that they're still comfortable.
You kind of grab him as he's exiting the door. And he says, "Mr. Ball, I will be fine. I can take care of myself. I prefer to do things alone for the most part. This is new territory for me."
All right. If you need anything, I've got that stone.
Yes.
Now, if anybody wants to ask me about my new appearance, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Yes, I am no longer blue. Yes, I now am bald, and in place of hair, I have this wispy smoke stuff coming up. All right,
Still the
I didn't even notice.
same Zephyrus.
I
right?
think it looks great. I think you're fine. It's great. It's a new look. We all try new things every now and then. I get it. And
Adrian called you author. Are you going by author now?
Yeah, I feel much more like an author now.
I respect a name change.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, a rather complicated revelatory thing I came when I was traversing the barren wastes of the abyss there. You see, Zephyrus was a name to keep my identity hidden. I'm just not sure it's required anymore.
Certainly. And I put my hand on Arthur's shoulder. I also want to let you know that I am sorry that our last words to each other before you died were so harsh that I threatened to end your life for trying to manipulate me, and I just feel really bad about that.
To be fair, I was being rather pathetic.
It's okay.
Manipulating you about your God and all of that.
It's quite all right. I promise that the next time you die, our last words will be much kinder and sweeter.
Well, I appreciate that.
It would be so funny if it works out that it is super unkind.
It's the same conversation.
Yeah. Bad timing.
It's just full circle.
Should we be worried about this author persona or the Zephyrus persona coming back to bite us? Is there something we should know about?
Are you asking this out loud to our group in character in front of him?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I want everyone to know.
Well, Mr. Ball, I'm not an academic type, but I do feel rather similar to how I felt before dying, before getting bit by that dang warlock. If something's going to come back and haunt us, it probably will be because of my dealings with Eben, which are now hopefully behind us. But
I'm talking to someone to work on that.
Oh.
Nope.
That sounds rather cryptic.
I would just like to ask, do you feel different? Are you experiencing headaches? Or feel like a different person?
I mean, I definitely wish I was still blue and my hair blew around with some sort of magical wind, but I'll settle for this. I am alive. These cracks in my skin, they don't look too healthy, but I imagine good hygiene keep the infections out,
What? Perhaps we could paint you blue. Would that make you feel more comfortable?
Oh, no, I can do that myself. And I
Sure.
use my mask of many faces, and I can make myself look like old Arthur if I want to, I suppose.
Because if you see, I have war paint on my face. I could probably find some blue dye. I would be willing to paint your entire body blue if that was something that you needed to be done. I just want to be more helpful.
Well, I am blue right now with my magics, but
and you notice as you kind of
no.
put on this mask of many faces and you take on the form of Zephyrus, Strix, who's been looking at you over this conversation, just with his head tilted, kind of like a dog when it's kind of like, what, huh? And as you kind of turn into this blue version, he just hits the table and says, You're Zephyrus. Wait, you're what? What?
Yes, Strix.
But you were all dark and smoky. What's?
Yes, I died.
You did.
And then he rose again.
But you're back.
My soul has been corrupted by contact with the abyss.
Oh, well, is that common or is it?
No.
You'll probably get better. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
I hope you're right, Strix.
Me too. You guys are weird, huh?
Yeah.
And I go back to being black.
Oh, wow. That's pretty neat. Yeah. And I think that's where we're going to leave tonight's episode at the end of breakfast. Thank you guys for joining us around our proverbial podcast table. I've been your DM, Alex. With me to my right has been...
Dash and Thrakus.
Bentley Michaels is Rafiri Night Meadow.
Rhett as Arthur Magnus.
Caleb as Scory Telbrun.
And Milo is Bull.
Grab your swords and keep on adventuring, guys.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.